as Kuku Slept, written by Erin, Devlin, illustrated by Annie Jeans. My name is Kingi Kereru, and I have a story to share with you. It began very late one moonlit night, when a noise woke me up and gave me a fright. There, crouched beside me on a branch in my tree, was a large furry possum just staring at me. It felt very scary to have him so close, as he sniffed the air and twitched his nose. His big eyes were looking around and around. I was so afraid I dared make no sound. Then I saw something peeping from one furry paw. It was feathers and twigs and pieces of straw. I realized then that this greedy pest had taken these things from our baby's nest. Poor baby Kuku was scared and upset as she clung to the side of her broken nest. Frantic with worry and so full of fear, I cuckooed and hoped my queenie would hear. Well, Queenie did hear my warning cuckoo, but the bully was listening, so he heard it too. And just to show me what he thought of this, he gave me a snarl and then a big hiss. But my mate Queenie was listening too, and knew exactly what she had to do. With a puff of her chest and a flash of her eyes, she swooped on the possum much to his surprise. Possum's response was a yowl and a yelp, but I didn't see anyone coming to help. He turned quickly round to scuttle away, but the branch where he stood snapped in two and gave way. Embarrassed, he fell down into the tree, bruising his ego, his nose and his knee. As he wriggled and jiggled and tried to get free, Queenie just watched and counted to 3. She spread out her wings, flew down with a whoosh, and chased that old possum right into the bush. Deep in the forest, Queenie just couldn't see, and so she flew home to Kuku and me. But weary and watchful, I could no longer sleep. I sensed there was danger, so I flew up to peep. And what do you think I saw? I saw 10 greedy possums at the top of our tree, gorging on berries as bold as could be. I flew a bit further and guess what I saw? Thousands of possums on thousands of trees. They were lunching on thousands of lovely lush leaves. I flew further still away from our tree, calling to Queenie to fly on with me. And the further we flew, the more that we saw. Many more possums than we'd seen before. They left nothing behind for the birds or the bees. Some even gnawed branches completely off trees. They were stealing the chicks and their eggs from the nest. But that's not surprising, those possums are pests. So we headed for home, a sad, silent flight, and we called on our family and told them our plight. Tired and sad, and slower, we flew through the trees, dropping lower and lower. As we perched on the branch for a much-needed rest, we looked, and we saw. There on the ground some people were working, setting their traps where possums were lurking. My wings beat much faster and Queenie's did too. We flew back to Grandpa and little Kuku. We perched near our nest and heard Grandpa say, "Take care of the bush where you eat and play. Beware of bad possums and ferrets and cats, and always steer clear of sly stoats and rats. For the bush is your home, to treasure and keep, your place to feel safe when you fall asleep." And Kuku slept.